Hi everyone, it's Karen from Bowerbirds and Rude Record. We're just coming outside my back door and we're going to have a look at my little potager garden today. Before we do, here's my mint in a Weber barbecue. It's just ordinary Mediterranean mint, and I use that for potato dishes. And Chookie here, where are you, Chookie? She likes to eat the mint, don't you? Yes, and follow me around. Anyway, over here is some chives. I just have a couple near the door, just so I can pick quickly. Here's my chives, lots of flowers, so they are prolific. So there we go. Now we're moving over to my little 3 metre by 4 metre potager garden, and of course we've fenced it off because of the chooks. Just before we enter the potager garden, here on the left I have my compost tea, and I have just recently decanted that into bottles. Chookie's very interested in looking at that. And yeah, it's a smelly process, but good for the garden. Here I've just repotted some more mint, and it looks like it's going quite well. It's taking off. So when I say mint, it'll be spearmint and peppermint in there for tea. We like dried peppermint tea, spearmint tea. Now this is my little potager garden, and I am the granddaughter of a market gardener in the 1920s, 30s, early 40s in Warrnambool. Of course I wasn't alive, but I think I've got some of it in my blood. My parents never grew much. I think they were a product of the 1950s and the introduction of supermarkets. But I've always had a love of growing things. This is quite manageable. And why I'm showing you this is not because it's anything special. There's a lot of people. Chookie, move out of there. Come on, get out. That's good girl. It's nothing special, but what it says is that you can grow something, and this is what is manageable for us because we go away quite a lot. So we only want something very tiny and mainly herb based. So as we enter in, I've got my chives growing at the entrance there. There's my chives. There's my oregano. I have some green silverbeet growing. I had a lot more in here, but I've just recently pulled it out. I have a tiny little bit of rhubarb because I'm the only one that eats it, and I've just taken off some stalks and been eating that recently. Tomatoes, only 2 because I can only look after 2, and they're not doing all that good this year, but I've given them some compost tea, so hopefully. My irises have always been here, so they stay here because they've got a pretty flower. And as you can see down here, I've got my garlic, and I've recently harvested some of that. And the garlic is Cuban purple garlic. It might be Mexican. It's from Cuba though, and it's far better than supermarket variety from China. Here's some dill. Dill's my favourite. That was grown from a cutting somebody gave me, or from seed. I dry the dill, but also use it fresh. Great for my fish dishes. Some sage down here, great with chicken. Sage tea. Not that I drink sage tea, but sage and peppermint tea is good. And here's my pot of peppermint, spearmint there. This little piece of celery that I grew gave me plenty of celery leaves for celery salt, and I've made quite a bit of celery salt from that. Some more Mediterranean mint. I've chopped this back, but this is sage, and a little bit of parsley over there, but we're not big parsley eaters, so we don't have a lot of that. There's Chucky, she's in here. She's been dying to get in here, and she's going out very shortly. Come on, out you go. Come on, out. Out you go. Yep. Oh, I'll have to pick her up in a minute. So, there you go. That's my little potager garden. Quite manageable. Doesn't need anything too special. I can leave it for weeks and it'll just keep on keeping on. So, I better go get this chook out of my garden. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.